me a little bit of nasal because it closes up my nose. Oh my god! Look at you! You're so skinny! Marty, look! He hasn't eaten anything. He's like skin and bones! It's okay, we're gonna stuff you with some food. We're gonna give you some matzo ball soup. We're gonna give you some hamantaschen. We're gonna fill your booty with some matzah. And we're just gonna give you a nice shapely figure because you're so skinny. It's like he doesn't eat anything in college. Look at you! My god. Hi. Hello everybody, my name is Cory, for those of you that know me and for those of you that don't, and I am in a good mood today. The weather is nice and the weather is beautiful. Today what I wanted to talk to you guys about is staying awake during lecture classes, because that is something that I personally have a problem with. Like I don't love lecture classes, I can't say that. I'm trying to stay neutral, but I can't. I mean, lecture classes are fun and they're informative and you get lots of information, but they're so boring. I mean, sometimes you get a professor that's just got the most beautiful melodic voice and they talk almost in a whisper because they're as if they're so far away. It just kind of lulls you into this sense of just liquid jello body and bones, and then the air, the warm heated air feels like blankets on your skin, and you just and I mean, well, like, that's not good. Obviously, like, you don't want to be falling asleep during class because you need to know the material for the test in order to pass the class, to go to the next class, and then you can graduate, and then you can get yourself a job. So if you don't pay attention in lecture classes, then things can get difficult. But I have found over the past 2 years that there are several clever ways to stay awake and moderately conscious to what your lecturers are saying. So I'm going to share with you guys my tips and tricks and all of my ideas of how you can keep your brains awake and keep your mind motivated in your lecture classes. So here we go. So one of the things that I like to do to keep myself focused and interested in my lectures is I have like 5 different colored pens, and throughout my notes I like switch colors, not really for any particular reason, but just when I'm like, I feel like writing in purple right now. And I will just switch, and then I will do just a bunch of different stuff in purple, and then black, and then blue, and then green, and then red, and just switch a bunch of colors. I'll like insert like little comments in there to like future me for when I'm maybe studying these, and so that way I can read these little comments and then they make me laugh, and so it'll be a bunch of just like almost like little inside jokes that I'll write to myself for in the future for when I'm studying, and it'll also keep me entertained in class. Especially if it's content related, then you're kind of sort of engaging with the content you're learning, and then you're good. One of the other things I like to do is I like to doodle. I just doodle all the doodle long day, and like all throughout my notebooks, and sometimes the doodles are related, and well, sometimes they're just not. So doodling is my second alternative for how you can stay awake in your classes. So spring semester of my freshman year, I took a philosophy class, which might sound interesting to some people. It kind of sounded interesting to me. And then I took the class, and there was no force on earth that would have kept me awake during that class. It was like at 12:30 on a Monday, Wednesday, and I was like in that post-lunch, wanna fall asleep and just digest what I just ate mood, and so I just could not stay awake for the life of me. So I would play computer games throughout the majority of those classes, which probably isn't the best thing to retain the content of the class, but I mean, it's philosophy. So absolutely make sure that either you have headphones in or your sound is turned off, because that would be kind of awkward to open up a game and then the sound just blasts out to not only yourself but everybody else within about a 5-seat radius around you. Something else you could do, which I've never done, but you could totally do it, is playing the name game in your classes. A lot of my classes have about like 20 to 25 people. So you could like go around and go, Sarah, Angela, Alicia, Jonathan, Melissa, James, Tyrell, and just like keep going around and like doing all of the names, and then not only can you learn people's names, but you can keep yourself focused. People like that will be more willing to share their notes with you when you weren't paying attention if you actually know their names. If you have like a lecture class of like 300 people, good luck. I mean, that'll be fun. And you could just even make up names like, he looks like a Johnson, and you know, and just like then continue to call him Johnson for the rest of your life after you guys like become best friends and you clearly know his name is Randall, but you call him Johnson. Another thing that I really like doing is trying to write in your non-dominant hand. I mean, I realize that a lot of the times you're not going to be able to write as fast and you're not really going to absorb any of the material that's going on, but it's kind of fun to like write with your left hand if you're right-handed, or write with your right hand if you're left-handed, or just write with both hands, a pen in both hands, and try to be one of those people. And if you get really bored, you could try and write a haiku based on your surroundings and your current feelings. This class really sucks a lot. I want to just die right now. I think that guy farted. And the last thing you can do, the last recommended way to stay awake in your lecture classes, is planning an escape route just on the off chance that a zombie apocalypse decides to start in the middle of your class. Because I think that's something that everybody really should have as an escape plan, and know which of the things around you can be used as a weapon to sever the head from the body and smash the brain. Like which person in the class you think will be slower than the rest, because you don't have to be the fastest person, you just have to be faster than the slowest guy. It really is something to keep you actively thinking throughout your class, while you probably should be learning about Albert Einstein, but instead what you've perfected is an escape route just in case the dead rise up and walk among the living. So thank you for watching my video on all of the ways that you can stay awake in your lecture classes. Now I'm going to talk about my weekly playlist of songs for this week. This week's playlist is a lot of like powerful female vocalists. They're just kind of the songs that pump me up because female vocalists are awesome. So here are my 6 top female songs for this week. My first song is Rise Up by Andra. My second song is Rolling in the Deep, originally performed by Adele, but there's an Aretha Franklin version that's actually a mashup, which is so good, and when like the mashup comes in, it's booty. It's booty in the most amazing sense of the word. My next song is Seven Devils by Florence and the Machine, Dear No One by Tori, Hey Mami by Sylva and Esso, and Salute by Little Mix, which is just kind of a yay women hooray anthem, and it's actually like really powerful. It's awesome, it's sassy as all hell, and it's such a good song. So I would recommend listening to all of those 6 songs. Tell me if you like them, tell me if you don't in the comments below. Leave me your playlist for this week of powerful, badass women vocalists and songs in the comments below. Let me know what you do to stay awake in your lecture classes. If you like this video, give it a big fat old juicy thumbs up. Remember to comment in the comment section below, as I said numerous times before. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see all of you guys the next day that ends in Y. Bye guys!